Can everyone truly be happy, or is there a limited amount of happy in the world? And if there is, what are you willing to sacrifice in order to be happy? I just finished watching Best Wishes to All, the new one on Shudder. This one's Japanese, so there are subtitles. It's about an hour and 28 minutes long, and this was such a good watch. It was not what I was expecting whatsoever, but I was hooked from beginning to end. This one's about a young college student, and she goes to visit her grandparents a few days ahead of the rest of her family getting there, and while she's spending some alone time with her grandparents, she realizes that there's something going on. She can't quite put her finger on it at first, but when she realizes what's happening, this actually opens up a lot more questions than answers for her. I don't want to say too much else because this was a wild story. It, like I said, wasn't what I was expecting at all, and I don't want to give too much away. You should go into this as blind as possible, and if you haven't seen the trailer yet, do not watch it. I honestly think it gives a little too much away, and I really wish I wouldn't have watched it before I watched this one, because this was one hell of a story. Honestly, I was a little confused at first. I wasn't quite sure where it was going, but the acting was so good, and it was just such a compelling story that it kept me engaged, even though I was a little confused, and as the story started to unfold, it all started to make so much sense, and the ending was unsettling, but so damn good. This one just really made me uncomfortable from start to finish, and it really makes you think about the world we live in and what we sacrifice for the happiness of others within ourselves and what we expect others to sacrifice for our own happiness. I'm sure there are also some cultural aspects surrounding family and all of that that probably went over my head a little bit because I do not know too much about Japanese culture and all of that. It was kind of hinting at, family hierarchy and stuff like that. That's definitely something, if you know more about Japanese culture than I do and you'd love to explain to me any aspects of that once you've seen the movie, definitely let me know. I would love to talk about that with you. But overall, this was just such a interesting and unique story, definitely different than anything I have seen before, and like I said, the acting was really good. The cinematography was very simple but beautifully done. Really just had you questioning what she was seeing and what was real and what wasn't. Honestly, I wasn't quite sure what was actually happening, but it turns out it was a lot more simple and straightforward than I thought. The sound design in this one was also very simplistic but beautifully done. Overall, I'm so glad I watched this one. If you've seen it, let me know what you think, and if not, definitely consider checking this one out.